Hey everybody, it's Bust with Battles of Bust number 640. Today we'll be doing battle with Vanessa. And so, ready to jump in that queue, hit the ready button, see what turns up today. And so, it's been interesting over the past couple of days playing a whole bunch of Pygmalion. It's kind of tough in a vacuum to realize if you're just getting better at the game or if the character is just overpowered. And Pygmalion is way overpowered. What it feels like to me with Vanessa is if we get to like the 4 win mark, then that was a pretty good deal. And then the 7 win mark feels like a win. It feels very, very, very challenging to actually get up to the full 10 wins. And so I feel like we just have to kind of temper our expectations with Vanessa. And so here at the start, how are we going to do this? Grenade, fishing rod, piranha, pretty terrible start. The fishing rod is just complete garbage. Getting a small aquatic item isn't bad if you have like extra money to burn on it, but it's definitely not a weapon we want hanging out in our active inventory. Giving that haste for 3 seconds every 8 seconds is just trash. Grenade is a fine item as a support to ammo. It's not something I want as my main item, and so I guess we're stuck with the piranha, which it does at least give us a little bit of balance, right? The way that I feel about Vanessa in this current patch is her builds kind of have 2 paths that you're going to go down. There's always a lot of kind of intricacies with Vanessa based on the skills that you find along the way, but I feel like on kind of like pillar number 1, you're going to be down this path of aquatic haste, poison kind of stuff, and then the other path is going to be like weapons slash burn, because there's just like a lot of aquatic stuff with haste and slows and small items and poison that all ties together with the pufferfish. And then down the burn path, there's a lot of stuff with using ammo. And so what I would kind of like to call out is, if you imagine that this was just like a random generic, say this was grenade, all right, say we took grenade here at the start, we'd be kind of interested in left eye, we'd be kind of interested in final flame, but the poison one just not that interesting, right? There's not enough overlap between what you get out of the ammo package with poison. You have to basically find potions if you want to use ammo and poison together. And so with that same vein, the small item aquatic stuff doesn't like to play with fire. I guess fire and the ocean doesn't go well together, so you tend to go more towards poison. And so with this, we can go either way, right? We have a small weapon that does well with weapons and crit and stuff, or we can go poison. I'm just going to dig into poison right here from the start. I think it's probably the best start for Vanessa in this patch. All right, so now we can look at the small items. Want to find the small aquatic items if we can. Picking up catfish is fine. Not super interested in the pop snappers or the grenade, but this kind of highlights what I'm talking about, right? Pop snappers being a burn slash ammo item. You're not going to find that kind of stuff with the aquatics. But let's take a roll, see if we can't find any of these good early items. A lot of these early aquatic things like to scale, and so if we find like a seashell or something, that would have been nice. Didn't land on anything too useful. I'm going to pick up the shoe blade just to make sure that we have another item on board out here dealing damage and attacking stuff in these early rounds. Now out of this, I'm going to go with the Viper. There are some poison items within the Viper, and so if you get the big one being things like extract, right? If you're able to put extracts on a big pufferfish, then you're pretty much off to the races. These are extremely, extremely, extremely valuable as far as the Vanessa builds are concerned. Like with the pufferfish, if you're going to say mark like 50 hastes in a battle, then you're getting like exponential growth with these extracts, right? With 1 poison, you deal 50. With 2 poisons, you deal 100. With 3 poisons, you deal 150. And so just exceptionally strong what you can do there. Is that exponential? Who knows? What the fuck are you asking me to do math for? That's your fault. That's your problem. Okay, but on to the next one. I'm going to skip the Quixel here. We don't have enough gold to really go into it. It's unfortunate that chocolate bars are the option that we're getting here. Like 50 health is not a particularly strong node, but it is what it is. I'll just go ahead and sell it. I don't expect to get any small items matters kind of things. And then I do like the lost crates. Getting the 2 gold plus 1 experience is quite strong. It's not going to level us up before we get to the hero round, but I want to max out our board as fast as we can here. I do like Small Friends. Small Friends is actually pretty decent with Aquatic Vanessa. It can be, it's just pure garbage in a lot of builds, but you find a lot of things like the catfish out of the Small Friends here. But I want to pick up the money and the experience while we can. and then battling up against another Vanessa. Kind of sucks we don't have the full board, but it is what it is. Everything can't be as easy as playing Pygmalion, right? And so this kind of is what it is. Interesting. We might be okay here. That Langzian isn't going to be hitting too often. It's hitting pretty hard though. Get these freezes coming in. Dang. Scaling up pretty decent poison as well. $14, $14, $14, $14. Nice. Good job, fish. So, okay, good stuff. Getting the big victories, undefeated as usual. So with this, let's just grab the aquatic item. We don't want ammo. It's not enough for cooldown reduction here. Maybe we'll spike something good. Life Preserver is fantastic here in the early game. Very strong early to mid-game kind of defensive item. Now we're kind of stuck with the Strange Mushroom. Ammo and burn just are off theme of what we're trying to do. Let's pick up the experience to keep that up and running. I don't really like random skills with Vanessa, right? We took a lot of random skills on Pygmalion in the previous video because they're all just good. They're all fine. With Vanessa, it's like you waste the whole thing and you just get like +3 damage to small items, or you get crit, or you get burn. Like there's just so much random bullshit that comes out of the Vanessa kit. I don't like to stick to those random things outside of like the small friends. Small friends tends to be pretty straightforward with this build. Now up here, not really interested in weapons. We got some time before we get to the player battle. I think we'll just pick up the income. It's still fairly early in the game, so that has some potential, and then we can come out and fight Coconut Crab. It's not the most exciting of rounds. We could probably actually win all of these rounds with the strength of the Life Preserver and the Catfish, but the Seashell is what I'm mainly interested in here. The Crusher Claw, not that spectacular, but Seashell's a fantastic early game item if we can pick it up. Got this Krabby Patty looking thing up here as well. Hard shell. The first time you fall below half health, shield a bunch. That's fairly decent. Vanessa doesn't tend to have a ton of health, but helps you survive those those big early game crit rounds.
See that plank?
Oh, and we got the shell. Like a pro. That's the way the pros do it right there. And so we'll pick that up. I will say with Vanessa, I do like trying to pick up these skills early. Like getting all of these random, just tiny poison skills really adds up, but small items are too good. There's way just too many good small items we can get. None of them showed up, but I assure you there are good early game small items we can get here. I guess we'll upgrade the shoe blade. It's only 2 gold at this point, and it makes it a fairly decent weapon for the next day or so. Let's look for other small items, though. Not super interested here. Pet rock, pop snappers, and bolas. Just a huge whiff. Now we got medium items, chest, and health. I'm probably just going to go for the medium items here. It's like we need to find two items to make the pufferfish really work. Well, I should slow down. There's basically 2 paths to the poison builds, right? There, we mentioned like 2 overall archetype paths, with Vanessa being like ammo burn or being down aquatic poison. Once you get into aquatic poison, there's basically 2 big ways to go about it. You're either going to go the multicast route. If you're trying to multicast haste, then you need that little 1 hex. It's the 1 hex friend that when you activate aquatic, it gets haste, and so you're just getting a ton of haste activations through it. Or the other one's going to be using Astrolabe with the pufferfish to just pass around a bunch of hastes on everything. The Astrolabe is a medium item, so we have 2 big hits that we're getting in here. The pufferfish is the critical one, but the Astrolabe is a nice background item should it turn up. But here, not really interested in any of this stuff. None of it is on theme. Moving forward here, just all these fucking weapons. Nothing for me, man. All right, so what do we got? Upgrade aquatic item. Sounds fine. Looking probably towards the catfish. We're going to keep him around forever. All right, and then a Pygmalion turns up. Can't Can't use that poison just yet. Gonna hang on to it. Just got this cat hanging out with me today. It's Pepper. I'm gonna freak out. She's not very smart. She's not the dumbest cat in the house, but she's not the smartest one either. She keeps sitting down here by my feet where I'm like rolling the wheels of this chair back and forth. You usually don't want to be getting your tail underneath a chair wheel, but she's not that smart. What am I supposed to do about it? I want to just roll over. We had an issue this morning. All of the food for the cats was in the garage. Like I keep a big crate of food in the garage and then a little crate in the kitchen, so we don't just have like 25 pounds of cat food in the kitchen all the time. And I needed to go to the garage to get the new cat food. I didn't really feel like doing it. It's not like they're starving; they're all fat. And I think she's still confused. She's still waiting on me to fill up the food bowl, which I did hours ago. So I think she's trying to give me the note, hey, come fill up my food bowl, but it's already been done. All right, though, moving on here. Let's take these small aquatic items. We have a lot of space to fill out here. Let's see if we hit something good. Chimera is quite good. Just this start of battle slow is quite strong. I tend to use Chimera in pretty much every single Vanessa build. Also has some tool synergies, which may turn up along the way. But now we can look for tools. We might find that astrolabe that we want. Dock lines is okay. It is an aquatic item. If we get some of the like aquatic item activation things, it'll kick off quickly. It does have a fairly long slow attached to it as well, so that's fine. I used to hate it, but it's really grown on me. And now let's see if we can't hit what we need. Nope. There is the powder flask harpoon combo, but I think that's just a little bit too slow for my liking. Like I could definitely see that being a thing. If we go to like the next patch and they nerf the Crook from Pygmalin, but they don't do anything about his like multicast builds, and then it's just a patch full of like aquatic small item, Pygmalin small item, and then the haste heal guy out of Dooley. I could definitely see the harpoon build being a thing then, but it's just a little bit too greedy for me. I'm not gonna try and chase that down. Maybe next patch, huh? So now with these, the freeze stuff, not super interested in from the Frost Street Challenger. Scout Trooper, I think he does burn stuff. The Dabbling Apprentice is where we're going to go. He's going to have access to... oh, I thought he had poison potions. That's not cool, dude. You don't have anything I want. I guess we can snatch some experience out of this, or maybe keep the Tarzan dagger for later, but that's a bit of a loser. Bit of a loser.
Please, don't tell Master about this.
All right. Took down the victory. Not as easy as I would like to see, but we got it. Picking up the experience on the way. And then poison skills. Nice. Small items as well. It's like the good ones are stacking together, and it's not like spreading out one good with two bads. It's like all the good skills turn up, and then we get a real shit shop after that. So here, two poison on medium is quite good. That's the big puffer fish. Your slowest poison gets 3 is fine. When you poison freeze and leftmost freeze, I guess we could just take the leftmost. I shouldn't say we'll never have 2 medium poisons. There is the like burn poison tool thing that's kind of useful, but let's just take the leftmost one. It's going to be useful now, and then we can just put our puffer fish out to the left should we find it. Okay. So I don't hate where our build's at. It's just I don't love it. We at least like found the direction. We need to find the puffer fish. We need to get the end game direction as well. But we got out of poison pretty quick. Or I'm sorry, we picked the poison path pretty quick, I should say. So what do we got? Shield item, pip, or JJ, let's just go to the bronze thing so we're only spending 3 gold on the round. We're about out of money here. Big old bunch of burn items with the poison thing at the end. Easy pick. So aquatic weapon or ammo, we'll pick up the aquatic. We're getting there. We're getting places. So not super excited about that armor, right? It's at only at 10. We've missed all the scaling time on it. I guess I could see maybe it is worth just getting rid of these. Well, the piranha's aquatic. Oh, we got a vial of blood out here though. Hang on. We'll just keep all of the aquatic items in and get rid of the shoe blade. So we maximize the seashell. Like the 30 damage coming out of the shoe is going to be largely irrelevant.
Not to squabble with nobody.
Lifesteal Langzane. I had to look at his build and be like, Jesus, does this even do anything? It does. It does a little bit of something. I think we should be okay here. Well, maybe not. It's like we're counting on this life preserver to do a lot of work. I think we're going to get a good breakdown on the damage. Oh, hang on. I was watching his health total and not ours. Yeah, we're completely fine. I was going to say, I thought we were going to get like a good breakdown on the damage to where the Langzane only took us down to like 50 health. So then he would need another full hit in to fight through the life preserver, but I was just watching his health total and not ours. We're pretty close to... Oh, shit. Sandstorm came in. Ooh, wasn't as close as I thought it was going to... Or as closer than I thought it was going to be.
Bravery without strength is a sword without a blade.
Okay. 3 victories. Go us. So we got medium items, chest, and cash. We got to take the mediums.
Nothing tiny, nothing huge.
Need the haste and need the puffer fish, none of which is here. Next set. There we go. There's 2 items here. Beach ball's not spectacular, but it gets the job done right now when we need it. And so we'll pick up the puffer fish. Got to sell some stuff. Pick up the beach ball. Okay. Okay. Can't afford silver skills, so we just take the small non-weapon item. Could be an aquatic. It is. Not a good one, but it's an aquatic nonetheless. Okay, okay, let's get this stuff up and running. And so we want our puffer fish out to the left. That's where it's gonna pick up the oh, there's leftmost and rightmost. I thought we picked the same for both. So rightmost is bigger. Right gets +6, left gets +4. I do want this extract to go on the puffer fish. Now we can move him back. Good deal. Gotta have beach ball in here. And I guess this is where it comes down to things at the end. If we want to use Chlamera, like 4 heal just doesn't do anything. I think I'd prefer to just have the coral armor in. The other kind of perk with having something like beach ball in, or with the beach ball in, is like we don't really want to be hitting haste on the piranha. It's just like the shittiest option, and so we at least keep higher quality items in the bag this way. But huge power spike getting that puffer fish. We're gonna start doing some work. So now we fight the Blood Reef Raider. I think this guy has aquatic items. Pretty certain. Pretty sure.
Prepare to be boarded, sea scum.
Nope. All wrong. 100% wrong. I should have made you all look at that damn website. I wish that they just gave you like a brief synopsis, or if you could like see a tooltip on the items they carried. It's so dumb having to go outside the game to figure out what this guy does. You're at just like such a huge disadvantage, not like picking the correct monster battles. So, all right, easy takedown there. Got him up to 100 poison, no problem. Good job, team.
It's over
I'm proud of you.
already. We barely got off lag.
Ugh, useless skill. So what do we got? Items, chocolate bars, or get a slow item. I'll just take the slow item here. We're hurting for money at this point. Get a bolus.
Ah,
All right, what's up next? Get a weapon, a friend, or garbage. So let's take the friend. All right. Not bad. Illusoray. Shitty. This is like... Oh, I guess we can't call Andre here shitty. We do want to hit the small items, and then this is the big one, right? When you use another aquatic item, gain haste. So definitely want the jellyfish. We can take a roll, see if another good cheap one turns up. Seashell upgrade is fine. We got some stuff to sell, right? Bolas we don't need. Don't need piranha. We're never going to use that. Okay. Okay, okay. Moving right along. So we're going to get at least a couple of guys in here. It seems like we just got disconnected again, but I do... Let's see. I'm leaning toward... Oh, man, the catfish. Okay, they're the... I thought he just, like, naturally had 6 poison, and it's like, wow, that is so strong. But we don't necessarily need him at the moment. I'm kind of looking to just go slow at this point. So if we... This is lagging fairly hard, but if we get the pufferfish and the jellyfish surrounding the Illusoray, it's going to pick up that multicast. That should be pretty strong. I'm not 100% certain if the multicast triple activates the jellyfish. Would be pretty sweet if it did. But otherwise, I want to get the Chimera in as well. These slow items, not super upgraded at the moment, but they'll get there pretty quickly. And then I think we still want to hang on to the Life Preserver at this point. Like, the Life Preserver is pretty good against just, like, you know, if your opponent's going to OTK you, if we're going to take, like, a 1,500 damage blast from one slow item, the Life Preserver gets us through those rounds. And so we can hang on to it for a little bit longer. It won't be here forever, though. We're going to essentially get rid of the Life Preserver and the Beach Ball for the multicast landmark, the multicast property, and then we still have, like, 1 hex to play with out here. And so the catfish may come back in, or we'll find something else. All right, off to a dually battle, though. Maybe. I started making a video earlier, and the game was lagging so hard I just quit doing it. And so hopefully we don't get to that point today. But we'll see if this plays through. In between the early AM when I was playing and the PM now when I'm recording, they put out a patch. It said it was for EU. EU breaks everything, but I'm not certain if that was the cause of the problem or they fixed it or anything like that. Fairly easy round, though. Got him up to 114 poison. Not bad. So what do we got? Non-weapon items, chocolate bars, or a shield. These are all just garbage. I guess we'll take chocolate bars. Don't have the money to really go after the non-weapon items. At least now, though, we should be able to... oh shit, we even lost out on one of the chocolate bars. We should be able to like fight the harder PvE rounds. Right here, just like no reason to go to gold tier. Well, we could go gold tier. We get 8 gold out of this ambergris. That would get us up to 15. We could purchase something here if it fell. But there's just not a ton of stuff that we actually need. I'm just going to pick the experience out of the crate. All right, looking good. Gorgon Noble. Let's do battle with this. It's a poison boss, and it's the highest gold round. We just hit the big power spike. We should be strong enough to kill this stuff. I feel fairly decent about these rounds. Of course, he drops the freeze on our multicast, but. Yeah, I think our multicast hit, and it only did 1 activation. So that's good to know. We're not getting the triples off of this thing. But easy win, easy victory, easy W. Mark it a W for bust. What do we got? Experience. Okay. What do we got? Upgrade your leftmost heal item if we want to go upgrade or get 2 experience. I'm not super interested in this life preserver. We're going to just get rid of it as soon as we can. So I think we'll just take the experience here. We should be pretty close to leveling up if like we sell off the vial of blood. That gets us to 4. Probably won't level up before the next opponent. Alright, let's look at large items, see if any properties turn up. Not the ones we want. Give it another roll. Water wheel is tempting. Just a high-powered haste item. It's not the one that we want at the end of the day, but it's better than beach ball, right? Hasting your other items is going to hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, essentially 6 units. And so when we haste 6 units, we put that big poison out there. And so we should take it.
I would give it for free, but
Okay.
Andy says that's wrong.
It won't be our, again, like it won't be our end game, end all be all property. We'll get that out of, let's actually keep the heal in here. We'll get that out of the multicast, but good for right now. So tools, docks, or regenerate. Let's hit up the docks. You can get like the, oh, I was thinking of a different one. I thought Vanessa gets a special one out of one of these, and this isn't it. And we'll go tool, weights. Interesting. We don't have the heals, but like seeing these big scaling items pop up is kind of interesting and neat. So got used to playing Pygmalion, and it's like, oh, weights. we just hit all the scaling we could ever need.
I may be young,
It's so wild that like I get so excited about potentially using weights with Vanessa, and it's like mid tier for Pygmalion, right? This guy's using weights, and it's not even that strong. But this is what he has here is the kind of build as to where I kind of enjoy the life preserver, as the golf clubs will scale up to like 800, 1,000 damage or something. Then we would like survive through that big hit, but it didn't come about. Something seemed wrong with what he was doing. He didn't have the multicast item was his problem. All right, what do we got though? Medium or large? Slow skills is the one I was eyeballing. Let's see if something cool turns up here. Definitely using a bunch of slow. First time you use a large item, slow 2 is not bad. Slow and freeze is fine. And then when you slow, haste a vehicle for 2 seconds. I don't think we'll pick up a vehicle. Had to double check the... Oh, no, we'll get that... No, it's a property. That big boat we want's a property. It's not a vehicle, so we'll skip that. The net launcher seems pretty good. All right, we'll activate the water wheel pretty fast. I'm not opposed to the freeze thing. The freeze thing is pretty decent as well, but this seems a little bit better. Cooldowns looks good now. Vehicles, experience, or regen. I can't tell if I'm like sleeping on regenerate. It's something that we just very rarely take. So it's tough. Here, I think we want to fight the zookeeper. I'll make you look at the site this time. I feel like he has the aquatic items. No, he's got some kind of slug. Trained spider's a good sell. That's the bonus poison. Lifesteal slug on the leeches. Don't really want. Okay, so we'll probably skip over that, but I don't think we can beat the infernal. So we might just end up fighting this guy anyways. Which one is this? He's the big burn round. Thought he destroyed your items. Well, he doesn't have anything we want. Let's at least see if we can't pick up some... Oh, man, he gives 4 experience, though. Fuck it. YOLO. I feel like we it's like... it's tough for me to gauge how strong we are. Feels like we're strong. The thing to note, though, is like... all of our items are pretty bronze at this point. So... we definitely... like we've hit the items, but we haven't hit the upgrades. Getting a decent poison stack on. The burn's starting to add up. I think we can kill him before this Ragnarok hits us again. Okay, we got it. Nice. That's a lot of experience, right? It's like passing on an entire encounter to get that. All right, when you burn, your items gain crit. Not impossible to pop off. Now we can look at the skills, see if more poison stuff turns up. What do we got? Crit. Use a large item, give stuff crit. Your aquatic items have crit. That's going to be the one. And then your leftmost item gets them. Okay. So what do we got now? Loot, weapons, or coconuts. We'll take the loot out of this one. Maybe one of those poison fish will turn up. You get the like locust wings for cooldown reduction. Some decent options. So let's put the cooldown on the Illusoro Ray. These are both cooldown, right? Yeah. And then we'll put the crit on the seashell, I believe. We'll keep the seashell. We'll end up getting rid of the ambergris for a seaweed or whatever it's called. All right, health, toughness, shields, mountain pass, or health. Let's take this. Let's just take the 800 shields before we get to the next boss round, right? Again, like my thought for a win on Vanessa is getting to 7. Getting to 10 with Vanessa is extremely hard to do, and so I'm fairly okay with doing some get good now to try and take down these bosses, these players before we get to that 7 win mark. Looks like he's got Caltrops. It's very tough for us to beat. Definitely wouldn't beat it without all of the without all the shields. He doesn't have a crook though. Is his pain point here. He takes the time to scale up with weights. I think we got him. Nice. Definitely would. I don't think we would have won that round without the. Well, I guess we had like a 1,800 health, and we were sitting on like we took an 1,800. I guess we should have been at like 1,000. So.
I would never debase my wares by
Some nerds out there pushing up his glasses, saying, "I did the math bust." Push up my glasses. You're dumb dumb. You are a dumb dumb. All right, let's pick up Coral. It might upgrade to be better than the ambergris in between now and the time when the time when we get the replacement item. Just pay the 1 gold there to put the 5 stats on it. Small and medium items sounds good. All trash as usual. Just so many weapons in here. Oh my god. Okay. So, I'm pretty certain Viper Tyrant does poison stuff and Treasure Turtle does not. I can't quite remember if that's accurate. Viper Tyrant does have a bunch of poison stuff. We probably want some amount of that. What was the other one? Treasure Turtle. Oh, Treasure Turtle's got all the aquatic guys in it. Okay. Let's fuck them up. It's like fighting your best friend out here. And here's the seaweed is the heal item that we want. So like we're good with seaweed, we're good with seashell. Clamara's out here. Some decent stuff. He's just getting annihilated by this poison. Got him. Okay, Pearl. I don't think we'll end up using Pearl. We'll hang on to it though. If it gets to like multicasting and we get a small shield upgrade or something, it can definitely do the work. Upgrade a heal. They don't want to upgrade ambergris. It's going to be upgrading the coral if we upgrade a heal. I don't hate it. Right, we just need to get good for 1 round. Okay. Oh, do you want to take a chance? You want to take a chance on the portal? Let's do it. YOLO it. See what turns up. Trade health for power. All right. I don't think this is a strong one. Ritual dagger does some kind of poisoning. 25 regen. Deadly. We don't care about the crit. And then some kind of, I think that's a lifesteal bow. That was a waste. That was a waste. We'll take the regen, I guess. Now, with regen, I still don't understand. It seems to me like it should just heal health that you have, but if you read the tooltip, it sounds like it gives you health, like it expands your health total. And so I need to figure that out. Somebody needs to tell me how it works, one way or the other. But here, more just shitty weapons, as usual. Whole shop of just weapons. Nice. let's bitch about it a little bit and move on to the next one. All right, up against Vanessa.
My fight isn't with
Soft beverage out here.
you insist. Go ahead, underestimate me. It makes this more fun.
Got burn, the burn against the poison. You can't burn the water, bro. Don't you know anything? Have you ever tried to set water on fire? Doesn't work. Doesn't work. We got like twice the poison that he has burn. That's got to be good, right?
Bring her about.
Fucking
I've
boomed
got
him.
another salvo.
Look at that. You can't burn the water, bro.
Land legs make you predictable.
Put that in your
You
pipe
move
and
in
smoke it.
straight lines.
All right, all right. Got the 7 wins. Feels good. Feels good. So let's see. Maybe we can push on and up.
Taking the first step toward good
Now, holsters is an interesting one. This is something that I find myself using in a lot of these builds. Right at the start of each fight, your small items all gain haste for 2 seconds, and so it just immediately kicks off all of these small items. Which then, when you use another, or wrong one. I'm thinking of the Astrolab, that when you haste something else, it hastes it, so you get a big combo of things across the board. But very interested in holsters. We could probably take the coral out for it, or one of these unupgraded slow items. Like Chimera is pretty bad at the moment, and so glad to add that one in. Let's take a roll, see if we find any upgrades. Trash as usual. Trash as usual. So we don't need the shields for the PvE fight. We'll come in to just take the point of experience so we level up by the next boss. Okay, so yeah, we'll take Chimera out. I do really like Chimera and getting that quick slow right at the start, but she's only slowing 1, right? It's just a bronze one, and so not super interested in it. So we'll fight the Oasis Guardian. I think this has stuff that we want. Probably should have looked, but yeah, it's got poison stuff in here. Taking them to school. Learn from the master, Oasis Guardian. Oh, the water wheel is what activates backwards, right? Or it's when you use another aquatic item. I thought there was... I'm pretty sure it's the Astrolab that when something gets haste, it gets haste, or one way back and forth. All right. Get this big ass bone. That's what she said, right? Welcome to Battles with Bust. All PG all the time. Give me some of that big ass bone. Or that's what he said. We accept everyone here. So what do we got? The leftmost friend's cooldown. I want to get the illusory ray. I think that was that the episode of The Office where Michael forces his kisses upon Oscar to show him how not gay he is, or how accepting of gay people he is, and then at the end of the episode he drops it's like he has the light bulb moment and he says, or that's what he says. I don't remember. I think that if it's in my head, it has to exist, right? I'm so much more fond now of Title of My Sex Tape. Like after watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Title of Her Sex Tape is such a fabulous play on That's What She Said. But all right, moving forward, looking for that multicast thing, or just another water wheel, whatever, some kind of upgrade. Nothing here in the first set. Let's take a roll. Nothing here in the second. Kind of interested in tropical islands. We do have a lot of slows. The build isn't here for it. Like, I feel like with Tropical Island, you need to be like losing earlier and then finding something that like on hit slows. Like, so you lose, you find the enchantment place that gives you on hit slows, and you have the Tropical Island working with that. Not quite where we're at, not the build for today, but something to keep in mind for that 1%er when it happens. Now, interesting, I think we want to go for small and medium, right? We can include the puffer fish in our potential upgrades here. Just all garbage, of course we miss, and garbage again. Standard day, standard game for old Bust here. All right, on to the next round. It's tough for me to decide how I feel about this, right? We've been like steamrolling all of these people. It feels like we've just been dodging the dodging the good builds because we're just so far behind. Look, there's like 3 bronze items out here. I don't know. This is going to be rough though. This is a counter to what we're doing since we don't harm any of his shields. He's going to get to OTK range pretty fast on that spiked shield. We needed to hit before it kills us, and then we can be okay. We got him. Nice. Right, kind of like that like Langzan round I thought that we might have happened earlier, as to where if we can just get it to hit us down to like 100 health, then we'll be okay because we have like another 10 seconds. That's what I thought was going to be happening there. But all right, haste items. Let's see what this brings up. Upgrade to the jellyfish, sure thing. I vaguely mentioned this item earlier. The weather glass, fairly strong, does both burn and poison, but the big thing with it is you can get it up to like 4 and 5 multicast. The build for it isn't here. We have poison, don't have burn, do have slow, don't have freeze, so we'd only have multicast 2. But there's a potential for that in other builds. And then we, of course, find all weapons. Good stuff. On to the next set. Let's look at these medium items.
What can I get you?
The tacky stuff. Oh, tacky stuff. Very nice round. And then I think we want to fight the Blood Reef Captain, but let me check out this Death Knight Reaper real quick. I don't think it does anything that we really want. The big third of health lifesteal hit, yeah, that's not what we're trying to fight. Let's hit the Blood Reef Captain here. I think he has aquatic items. He might have been just all ammo items, but I think there's something aquatic in here. There's a bird. Pesky Pete's out here. Alright, this round's going to be fairly easy win, though.
Do your worst, dirt lover.
Do your worst, dirt lover. Is that what you call people that live on the land? Dirt lover, enjoying all of the soils underneath your feet, touching grass and stuff. All right, let's take the upgrade on the puffer fish. It's gonna get that get that bonus 1 poison on it. I just kind of envision things like water wheel and stuff we might find upgrades for later, but things like puffer fish don't seem to be turning up. Now we can take skills, look for poison stuff. Your slowest poison has +7. That's a big upgrade. This is our first time finding it. And these other items we can live without. Net launcher's fine, right? Large items goes to hitting 3 instead of 2, but getting this this jellyfish up to 13 is pretty nice. Looks like trash. We'll take the temporary boost. We can get the heal is probably what we want here. I guess if the coral's activating at 2 seconds, say it activates like 6 times. 6 times 4 would be 240. We get more out of the relax. Okay. Relax it is. At least helps you from getting OTK'd as well by a big weapon hit when you go for max health instead of better sustain. Okay, this will be around to have it turn up. He's got this real bursty stuff coming out here. It seems like we weathered most of the storm, but then we're starting to fall off at the end. Got him. 272 left. That 25 regen is what saved our lives, you know. Out here just fucking people up with our bronze our bronze items. Jesus. All right, so we'll level up by the time we get to the PvE round. So I'm just going to take the max health out of this. Now we can get some Vanessa skills. I mean, whoever needs to upgrade their items, right? We certainly haven't been doing that. Aquatic crit. When you use an aquatic item, haste a weapon. This gives us a very high incentive to find a weapon to put in, because it's going to give us all those big, insane activations on the pufferfish. And so, might be the time to pull the holsters out. This would be a decent time to, say, add in, like, piranhas, if that's what we take, and then use an ammo. We're not going to find it. And so, when you use an aquatic item, haste. Alright, so what do we want out of this? The Awakened District can definitely kill us. This has the big skyscraper damage stuff. Trash Titan and Hulking Experiment both look like poison people. I'm just going to fight the Trash Titan here. He seems like he has a titanic level of poison he wants to give to us. Oh, nailed it. Wouldn't be opposed if there was like... maybe I would be opposed to just a poison weapon. I really want to find a way to use that skill. When you use an aquatic item, haste a weapon. Okay, what you got for us? Are you a weapon? No, you're a friend. What is this guy? Venomander. When you use the item to the left of this, gain 1 regen for the fight. Okay, maybe. So we got cooldowns, shield, or loot. I'm going to go with the loot items on this, see if we can't find the poison thing. Got aquatic items turning up in the shop. Sounds good to me. Piranha turned up. We called for it, and now we're stuck with it, huh? If we want to go for this, we got to take the piranha. All right. Don't tell me I don't have space for that. Get some of this nonsense shit out of here. Did we not have enough space for all the loot items? Wouldn't surprise me if we messed that up. But yeah, let's take piranha. I think we can figure something out with that. Anything here at the end? Rowboat, beach ball? Nope. Okay. What do we got now? Enchant an item with crit effects. Not really what we're looking for. I mean, I guess the thing to kind of keep in mind is I want to keep holsters in. Like, I'm really just considering doing this, putting piranhas in. So we get to keep the aquatic item, but we now have a haste target. So when all of our dudes activate, we have this weapon for the crashing waves to hit. And so I think we want him in. And then if we're taking out our sustain, right, I would feel a lot better about this if the Illusory Ray wasn't so shitty at this point and we could consider it to be like a real defensive sustain kind of item. But that's not the case. And so I think we do want to just put crit on the seashell as a way to just give us the opportunity to build up more sustain. Seems more reasonable than just like rolling the dice on large items. Okay, so it has like 50% crit off of that, I believe. And then round 10 up against Pygmalin. Can't feel good about this, you know. But who knows? Who knows? Maybe we'll get there. Small items. All the bees coming in. I think the bees are bugged. I'm not entirely certain if that's accurate. I think the beehive is only supposed to activate on one bee. When your enemy uses a weapon, use a busy bees. So it's only supposed to use one. And look at this. How absurd would this round have been if we had just not put the piranha in? Right? If we were just entering that round without a weapon, then the bees would have just been attacking normally and that thing wouldn't have been popping off. And so, is what it is. Yeah, with the bees, I'm not certain. Well, on the tooltip, it says when your opponent uses a weapon, a bees attacks, but the way it's currently set up is all the bees attack, and so it's not clear if that's the way it's intended to be. Seemed like a manageable round, but
Who sells cars,
not
boats,
certain.
and planes at the same
All
dealership?
right, so here we go.
Someone
We've
went
been.
nuts.
It's not the property; it's the vehicle, right? This multicast thing with the shipwreck. I think that's where we want to be. We'll replace the water wheel with it, and then the activations out of things like Deadly Seashell getting the multi strike are going to be quite good. But I think with it, let's clear out some of this space. I think we do want to pull the Piranha out because the Piranha's not going to multicast. Right? Is that accurate assessment? Just take the big money off the ambergris.
This baby will take you all the way to the builder's porch.
Right, so
Don't
we
have
get
to
that
go
in. I don't think. Oh, the Piranha does multicast, but it doesn't strike me as that impressive. So we'll just go back to this. We got multicast on the on all the units now, getting those big activations on the pufferfish. The quick start from the holsters, and then that all feeds into haste onto the jellyfish. Right, when you use another aquatic, it gets haste, and so instead of using the water wheel to just mass haste across the board, everything should be filtering into the jellyfish. I'm like 80% certain. this is the way it's supposed to work. Let's take experience, I guess. All right, and then we'll fight the Trash Titan again. Like I'm pretty certain. We'll find out on this round how quickly that poison goes up, but pretty certain that's how it works. Not certain if I like this more or not. Well, now that we've like gotten into battle and seeing it, like I'm pretty certain the poison's going up higher. Like we were barely getting to 400 against these other people. We're at 400 now. We just need to take the holsters out and put the Piranha in. So then whenever we activate, we're going to get the additional casts. I'm pretty certain that's where we want to be. Right, so we take the holsters out. I'm not certain which of these builds is more appropriate. Small aquatic, got the seaweed turning up. Okay, so we'll replace the replace the coral with the seaweed. It'll very quickly get to a higher level.
My lessons are painful. Are you prepared?
All right, up next, what do we got? When you use ammo, does nothing. Large item, slow. So the shipwreck doesn't activate anymore, which is kind of shitty. Is what it is. Just take the gold on that round. Fight another Pygmalion, I guess. See if this goes any better. Like,
My fight isn't
I'm not certain, right? We have all those options on the way that the build can go. It is nice getting like the haste on all of your items, but I don't know what's better, either activating twice or like in half the speed. We're certainly scaling poison harder than he's scaling on us, but he's got a bunch more health than we do. Thankfully, his shields are useless unless we get to the sandstorm, which seems legitimate. Seems like that'll be a thing. Nope. Wrecked him. Got the 10 winner. GG. Well played. Victory for Bust.
Ain't my ship ready?
And so you kind of got a 2-for-1 there, right? I'm not certain which angle is better to be going for the multicast and then also using the small hasty guy to get the big poisons going, or if it's better to be using the water wheel style of build that we did. But there's a lot of paths to get to the end here. I'm just not certain which one is the best one to take, right? The decision being, is it better to cast like multicast at the 4-second mark? So at the 4-second mark, you cast your spell twice, or is it better to cast your spell once every 2 seconds? I think at the end of the day, it probably comes down to the skills, in the sense that if we're assuming you're dealing the same amount of poison, which I'm not certain if we were, it's tough to tell between like adding in the piranha, which was catching the haste targets and all that shit. But I think what it'll probably come down to is the skills, especially in the sense that the shipwreck doesn't activate very much, right? Being an aquatic vehicle doing the multicast, it doesn't activate all of these things when you use your large item. And so what you're going to find with a lot of these is, where are you at? Trying to find it down here on the bottom, like the net launcher, right? Whenever you use a large item, slow 2 items for 5 seconds, when you take the water wheel aspect of this, you get access to a lot of these. And there's a bunch of these within Vanessa's kit, which say, when you activate a large item for the first time, poison. When you activate a large item for the first time, do X. When you activate for the first time, do Y, do Z, freeze, whatnot. And that angle is probably what really puts it over the edge. Like if we were at activate a large item slow, activate a large item freeze, activate a large item poison, then we would most certainly want to be on the water wheel path. But if you don't have any of that stuff, then you probably get better activations out of the shipwreck. I guess a lot of that may come down to what your other items look like. If you have any other combos, like if you have something that wants you to see a vehicle, then you might want the shipwreck. If you have something that wants you to have a property, you might want to have the water wheel. Regardless, at the end of the day, those specifics aside, those each highly independent variables for each run, this is pretty close to what you're going to want every build to look like. You're going to have the pufferfish as your big build around. You're going to have a jellyfish getting the haste activation anytime you activate an aquatic, and then you're going to just have some sustain across the rest of the way. The illusory ray, the deadly seashell, the seaweed, the various heal things, the various shield things are all fine, and then the clam thing is pretty decent as well. We didn't use Chlamera here because we could just literally never upgrade our items, but at the end of the day, like this board that you see here is going to be very common across all of these Vanessa Poison builds. Just how you get here at the end of the day is going to be kind of up to your run and independent. I think the big takeaways from this are, at the beginning, you really have to stick to your guns, if you will. That's a very Vanessa saying, right? You have to stick to your guns in determining that, if you're going poison, you have to stay away from ammo, you have to stay away from burn. If you're going down like the crit ammo kind of route, then you're going to want to stay away from all of these small items. That was the real kind of like frustrating pain point for me in this run, is as you do go down the paths of the items that are being offered up to you, we did run into just a lot of dead shops, right? There's just not a lot of overlap between what's good within this build and what's good within the other one. So if you were, say, going for a burn build, you can run down some of those small item shops and be like, oh, there's a pesky Pete, that might be interesting. Or, oh, here's a cannon, right? Cannon does damage and burn. That might be interesting. There is a little bit of overlap between those items and their usefulness, but the overlap with like the Vanessa attack kit and the aquatic just doesn't exist. And so you might find a small like submarine synergy if you find a good enchant for it or something, but there's very little overlap between those things. And so I think you will unfortunately run into this RNG aspect very often. But nonetheless, we got our 10 wins. Good stuff. I had fun with that. I hope you did too, because that is going to do it for us today. So if everyone enjoyed the video, hope you have learned a thing or two along the way, and you had a good time watching. This is Bust to me. Thank you for being here.